Thanks for tuning in. I'm student meteorologist Dylan Leith here.
And I'm student meteorologist Tyler Sherrod.
Well, we've got a beautiful day in store. Not today. The next couple of days might be a little better, but we had a lot of clouds sticking around our area.
Yeah, a lot of clouds sticking around, and as that cold front starts to push ever closer to us, we're going to start seeing some rain starting tonight. Really those early morning hours when we're going to start seeing a lot of rainfall, and then even getting to the late morning, it's going to be pretty cloudy as well.
Yeah, it's going to be cloudy for most of the day tomorrow, unfortunately, but the cold front will have passed through. We'll have some cooler temperatures despite the cloudiness. But we also want to talk about, this is the kind of time when you get those cold temperatures, you might get sick.
Yeah, exactly. Really, I like the cold temperatures coming through, but I've noticed in a lot of our meteorology classes that a lot of sickness has been spreading through a lot of people. I just got over a cold. I was pretty lucky that it didn't get any worse than a cold, but I know some people have gotten the flu and even bronchitis for some people.
Yeah, even our own Michael Anon, as you can see coughing here, has gotten bronchitis and is feeling sick. Hopefully he feels better. It's been his 10th week being sick. But this is the time where we talk about kind of like the influenza outbreak. In Florida, we're not seeing anything for now, but some places seeing some isolated sporadic flu conditions.
Yeah, exactly. Louisiana right now is really the highest on the influenza index with the sporadic outbreak of flu, and then states like Texas, Mississippi, and Georgia are seeing some isolated cases. Everyone else is pretty good for now. Just for us, I guess we just got unlucky in the classroom with so many people being so close to each other.
Yeah, unfortunately for Michael, but hopefully he feels better and anyone else who is sick does feel better as well. But to feel better, we're going to have a better forecast for you with Lindsay out on the wall.
Thanks so much, guys. So currently, we're seeing some slight cloud coverage in Tallahassee, and we will see that there is some rain up in this area that will be brought down into Tallahassee later. As you can see, there is this rain system with a cold front behind it that will push through into Tallahassee, which is going to give us these rain conditions tonight. So as I said, you can see this low pressure system as well as this cold front pushing through as this high front sits up here as well as in middle area that will give us that feeling of a cool, dry weekend. However, for tonight, we will be experiencing some rain. For tomorrow, it will be 70 degrees and cloudy with winds coming out of the northeast at 9 miles per hour. For tonight, we have Veterans Day ahead. Have a great long weekend, cooler and drier conditions, and a look at our fun-filled lifestyle forecast. For now, I'm going to pass things off to Dylan, who is going to give us a look at the National.
Thank you very much, Lindsay. Well, in the National picture, thank you for tuning in with my dead mic. Unfortunately, things aren't working, but you know what? Divide with those conditions as well. And as we look at our dew point, you start to see kind of a better picture of where that front is. You see kind of the higher dew points in Tallahassee and New Orleans. Behind the front, though, they do have cooler conditions or less dew conditions, so indicating that you have less moisture into this region. And then the winds kind of show the same kind of story. You do see these winds coming out of the north and start to go more northerly. Then in Tallahassee, we're seeing weaker winds, starting to see the southerly and easterly winds associated with this front. And you do see those winds still kind of out of the north, in the northeast. So that front hasn't made its way through all the areas, but it is starting to make its way through and bring in those colder Arctic temperatures for us. And on the upper level water vapor, you do see that nice divide. The front a little behind where it is on the surface on the upper levels. And you see this nice divide with these drier upper level water vapor conditions behind the front and a lot of moisture ahead, allowing for these strong thunderstorms to kind of pop up and a lot of rain for it to dump on us here in Tallahassee. Here's the surface front, though, kind of ahead of where that upper level front is. And you see the nice divide where some showers are ahead of that front. High pressure moving its way out ahead of that front, with the front moving in and then high pressure behind that, clearing things out just to be more comfortable in bringing our first cold air of the year, bringing nice cooler conditions. Though you have some stronger storms with this on the leading edge of the front. We have stronger storms that's made its way through Houston, even some into Corpus Christi, but they are moving out off the front into the ocean and kind of dying off as well. You do have a little bit more stronger storms into parts of Alabama. Stratiformed rain, which is just kind of weak rain, nothing too strong behind the front, but a lot of rain with this front as well. And then into the northeast, we do see this nice divide line where you have these rain conditions mixed, and then even snow behind the front, and seeing some lake effect snow as well. Tonight, we start to see the front settle in for parts of the southeast. Atlanta seeing 36 degrees as their low tonight. Here in Tallahassee, a wonderful 46 as that front settles in. Seeing this Arctic air really come in, making us feel a little bit cooler. And tomorrow afternoon, another nice day for temperature-wise. Some clouds still lingering in the southeast with 61 in New Orleans. Cloud cover here in Tallahassee with a high of 69. Out into Detroit, they're seeing 36 degrees. And for Jake Karsten sitting down, 33 degrees sounds like the best conditions I could expect. Clearish skies there. Now let's send it over to Hayden. Talk about
for
the
sure.
local.
So we saw the national, we saw the cold front. Now we're going to find out what it means locally for our area. So taking a look over the beautiful Doak Stadium, you kind of see that sunset over these clouds. And it is a good evening out there. A little bit warm, but overall very pleasant. It's currently 73, basically light winds, so the winds are not a factor, and it is a bit on the muggy side. If you've been out there, you definitely seen that yourself. So out by Lake City, of course, clear, but overall, looking out towards Tallahassee, it is very clear in the area, not many clouds. And you can see increase in higher clouds and rain showers out by Mariana, and those will increase through the evening. And so here you kind of see our low pressure system. This is the cold front that is coming through the area. And this high pressure will settle down and sag into the region. So out for tonight's forecast, Tallahassee 46. And so that cold front is coming through. It is currently 73. And it's going to drop about 30 degrees. So just keep that in mind. It's that late evening hours, that front will pass by. Monticello 43. Thomasville, chilly 40 degrees. So keep in mind that cold front is moving in. And so that is something to be alert if you're out in the area. And it will be warmer out by the coast. And look at the Apalachicola 50 rain chance. So just keep that in mind if you're out by the coast today. And then for tomorrow's forecast, if that cold front will come by, it won't be exactly clear as we anticipate. It will be some rain and some clouds around 71 Perry, a little bit of rain. Tallahassee 69, drizzly areas and low clouds. And so it won't be a good day overall. And so for the 7-day forecast, you can really see those cool temperatures, 77 through the work week. But if you look out into Friday and what's going on Saturday, 70 degrees, low 48, 66, low 46. I mean, it's going to be absolutely beautiful fall weather to head out to the local fair or do any chores out for Saturday, maybe watch a football game at College Town. It's going to be great. And then as we head into later to next week on Wednesday, high at 57, low at 37. And this will be the trend that we will continue to see, 61 on Thursday. So that secondary cold front will be moving into the region. Now we're going to head a little bit early off to the desk, and we're going to see what this means for us.
Well, as Michael would say, even though he's not here, this first front, well, it's just the appetizer, and we're ready for the entree later into the week. We're getting our next Arctic blast behind this Arctic blast.
We are. We're going to be experiencing some cooler temperatures here in Tallahassee as well as other parts of the country.
Right. We're seeing up to 170 potential record high lows for the next couple of days between Monday and Wednesday with this next Arctic air coming through. So it can bring temperatures that you would typically see into the January and February months. So it's unlikely, unlike this time of year, to see such cold air already in our area.
Right, absolutely. So right now we are seeing that there are going to be snowstorms starting on Sunday morning in Nebraska, and even in Montana they can experience up to a foot of snow this weekend, which is, I would say, unusual at this time of year.
It's relatively early for this time of year. We're only into November, folks. We're not even halfway done into
That's
November.
true. It's the first full week.
It's the first full week, right. And you're already seeing these very cold temperatures, very high snow chances.
Yes, absolutely.
Some people are even saying we've skipped fall, head right into winter, and we're already here, folks.
I would have to agree, especially in Tallahassee with all these cold fronts passing through. It is starting to feel like winter.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like this year, too, we're seeing less of a break between cold fronts. We're seeing one tonight into tomorrow, and then another one right into Monday and Tuesday. So it's not a lot of time to rebound from all the cold temperatures we've already seen.
Absolutely, and it gives us that opportunity to prepare for the next cold front, which is nice. It gives us that sort of warning, if you will.
Yeah, the warning to the little baby cold front, the appetizer. just to warn you, hey, buy your winter coats. Make sure you have winter gear because, you know, some students that come from South Florida or places that don't usually experience these cold temperatures might not be used to it, especially the freshmen who it's their first winter here.
Yeah, absolutely. When I came from New York, I didn't even know it got cold here. I just assumed it's Florida, it's going to be warm. That's not the case. Be prepared, have jeans, have a jacket ready.
Yeah, I mean, to some folks, today's temperature of 72 is kind of cold.
Yeah, it is a little chilly for some of the new students.
Well, especially for me, I'm from South Florida, so I always assume that anything below 80 degrees is freezing. And well, you've got cold temperatures. Even in the buildings, it's been cold. So
Yeah, it has been.
it's been all over the place for that. And
Definitely.
we'll see some improvement in colder temperatures. So it's nice welcoming in the
Yeah.
Thanksgiving spirit.
Absolutely, absolutely. So now we are going to pass things off to Tyler with a look at our lifestyle.
Thanks, Lindsay. Actually going to take our second national look here. Looking at this cold front, so very cold in the north right now. Minneapolis is at 24 degrees. Bismarck is at 28 degrees, and that's really starting to dip down south. Yesterday, I was talking about how we had that huge north-south gradient with those southern regions being a lot warmer than the northern regions, but now it's starting to really dip down there. Dallas is at 42 degrees, and then as we look at the southeast, not quite there yet. You can see where the cold front is positioned along this dark green line. It's going to continue to push towards the southeast, bring those cooler temperatures closer and closer to us, and by the time we get into Friday, which is tomorrow, we're going to finally start to see those cooler temperatures in Tallahassee. And dew points show a lot of the same story, a lot of dry dew points behind the cold front, and then ahead of the cold front, still fairly moist Tallahassee with that dew point of 67, and then Minneapolis, very, very dry with that dew point of 7 degrees. Chicago right there with them, 7 degrees for their dew point as well. And if you look at the wind directions, you can see this northwesterly flow behind the front. The winds kind of pushing that cold air closer to the southeast, and the winds really pick up along that front as well. Memphis having winds getting up to 13 miles per hour. Dallas, Fort Worth also at 13 miles per hour, and then getting down into San Antonio, they're at 14 miles per hour. Tallahassee, not really much wind to speak of at just 1 mile per hour right now, but those will start to pick up as the cold front approaches us. And the upper level water vapor also showing us the positioning of that front, but also we see that the front is actually a little bit further to the southeast right now, but a lot of this cloud coverage behind is as a result of that subtropical jet at the upper levels, bringing in some more moisture for these regions at the upper levels along the southern parts of Missouri and getting into Arkansas as well. And then we can see cold front right here, all that rain along it. And as it's going to continue to push towards the southeast, those rain chances really going to pick up for Tallahassee getting into the early parts of tonight and getting into tomorrow morning as well. And then this high pressure in the center of the country, keeping things very clear and very cold for them all throughout the central parts of the country. We're going to zoom into Houston now. They saw most of the rain a little bit earlier. Now it's drifting off more to the east, getting into Louisiana. They're starting to see some heavier rainfall. New Orleans also seeing some cells start to pop up as well, seeing some heavier rainfall there. And then moving up towards closer to the northeast, Tennessee, seeing a lot of rain move through right now. Same with Kentucky. And then Atlanta going to start to see some heavier rainfall as those stronger bands start to move towards them. And then getting all the way up to the actual northeast, actually seeing some snow in parts of New York, Vermont, and New Hampshire. And then Boston seeing some rain as well as parts of southern Maine as well. So for tonight, we're going to get pretty cold, and you're going to see that cold front continue to push forward. Going to start to get into Georgia and Alabama now. That low being 36 for Atlanta. Tallahassee, we're going to get down to 46. Very cool temperatures for us. And moving towards the west, Denver going to get down to 40. Salt Lake City getting down to 37 degrees. And then tomorrow, our high is only getting up to 69. Going to be very, very comfortable temperatures. And then looking towards the west, Dallas-Fort Worth going to get up to 50 degrees, and New Orleans is going to get up to 61 degrees. But now I'm going to pass things off to Lindsay with a look at the southeast.
Thanks so much, Tyler. So currently we're going to take a look into the southeast with Tallahassee at 73 degrees. However, it will cool down tonight. In the Big Bend, Tallahassee sitting at 73, and up in Jacksonville sitting at 74 as well. For our dew point temperatures, currently Tallahassee's at 67, which is a little bit higher for this time of year for us, which is going to make it feel a little more humid, a little more wet. Right now, Tallahassee is currently at 1 mile per hour winds, not much of a breeze. However, later it will start to feel cooler as that cold front passes through. Currently looking, you can see this band of rain with the cold front behind it. This cold front is going to push this rain down into Tallahassee with these high pressure systems scattered around, making this weekend and into tomorrow feel cooler as well as drier. So now if we take a closer look, you can see how prominent that this cold front is. With the rain in front of it, this cold front will push this rain down through Tallahassee tonight, making it feel wet, giving us a lot of rain, and eventually that will clear up. So now if we take a look at our water vapor, you will see that right now we have this moisture in the blue that is going to push down into Tallahassee. However, if we look a little bit past that up higher, you will see this sort of black area. Eventually, this is dry air. This black area will push down into Tallahassee after we experience some more wet conditions, and it will make it for a drier weekend ahead. For our future cast, we will see that Tallahassee is going to expect some rain Friday as well as tonight. And after that rain passes, we can see some cloud coverage and some cold weather that will be pushing in. For tonight, Tallahassee is going to sit at 46, a little cooler. If you're going out for a walk tonight to walk your dog or just to enjoy that cool temperature, make sure you bring a jacket. As for Jacksonville, it is raining. Tomorrow, do expect to be at 69 degrees in Tallahassee, slightly cloudy. If you're not used to this temperature, bring that sweatshirt. For now, I am going to pass things off to Dylan to give us a look at our local temperatures.
Yeah, our local temperatures, well, first we're going to start off with this beautiful view over Doak Campbell Stadium. You can see the sunset, see some of the pinks and the blues, absolutely gorgeous. Not that enhanced cloud cover ahead of that front, but beautiful conditions nonetheless. And then taking a look at our current temperature, well, 73 degrees, not too bad, and we're going to be dropping all the way through tonight. Calm winds for now, but these will pick up behind the front. Great conditions for now ahead of that rainfall. You do see a lot of those spotty storms kind of firing up west of Tallahassee, so staying out of our area for those nighttime activities you have tonight. But then going out to the bigger picture, well, we expect more rain as the night goes on. Usually around the 3 to 4 a.m. is when we're going to expect most of this rain. See a lot of those stratiformed rain, not strong rain, just a little bit of drizzle throughout the night behind the front. And that's due to this cold front with the low pressure sitting over in the northeast. High pressure behind it, beautiful conditions behind it as well. Absolutely gorgeous couple of days ahead. Going into our current temperatures around the region, a little bit of cloud cover ahead of that front. Some clearer conditions out in Bainbridge, Quincy, and Apalachicola, cooling things down as we get into tonight. But these temperatures will drop into the 40s. We're going to see a 30-degree temperature swing across this entire map. Dew points will also see similar kind of conditions where we have high dew points right now into the mid-60s, even seeing 70 in Perry. So a little bit oppressive for that. But after that front moves through, we're going to see those 40 to 50-degree dew points and clearer conditions. As we put into our future cast, you do see a lot of the rain kind of happening around the 3 a.m. Some of it even falling apart as it gets to us in Tallahassee, as some of us in the studio have coined the Tallahassee effect, where no rain really stays around for the time it gets to us. And seeing things clear out as we get into the early morning hours. You do have cloud cover. Look at this milky blanket sticking around the whole area. Clouds will be around, so you'll have the cooler conditions. You won't have the sun to heat you up. Tomorrow might be a little bit miserable as this deep clouds are sticking around. Tonight, getting down to 46 degrees as our low. Seeing a little bit of shower activity in Apalachicola and warmer conditions on the coast. And then down into tomorrow's forecast, well, I don't even see a single sun, ignoring Apalachicola with their rain. I'll block it right now. Seeing a bunch of cloud cover just kind of engulf our area. Cooler conditions, though, as our highs are only reaching 69 degrees, even 70 in some place. And for the next 7 days, well, you have some nice conditions Saturday and Sunday as that cloud cover clears out. Then we have Veterans Day on Monday. Classes will be canceled for FSU students. And then getting into Tuesday, seeing a little bit of rain as well, with the next Arctic cold front and our highs at 57 on Wednesday. Tyler?
I'm going to bring us the lifestyle forecast. This is my first Thursday show of the year. Very excited to finally give out the lifestyle forecast for everyone. Currently in Tallahassee, not any rain to be seen. Hasn't quite gotten to us just yet. Slightly cloudy conditions, but still looking like a great night overall right now. And then looking towards the future, you're going to see that rain start to move through in those early morning hours tomorrow. And even around 6 a.m., we're going to start to see some showers to our north. But we're going to keep those cloudy conditions around for Tallahassee and much of the Big Bend region all day. And then moving into those afternoon hours, you can see once again clouds all throughout getting into tomorrow evening. So not really going to get much of a break from the clouds, but we will get a break from the rain after those morning hours start to dwindle away. For tonight, if you're going to Dirac or Stroger to study, it's actually going to be warmer inside than it is outside pretty rare when we start talking about Stroger and Dirac. Those are pretty cold libraries on campus. Outside can be 63 degrees. Rain chances going to be fairly small early, but it's going to start to pick up as we go throughout the night. And then for the College Town forecast, Friday night, going to be 46 degrees, very cold. Make sure to pack a hoodie or something if you go out. Storm chances still possible as we go throughout the night, but definitely still going to be cold and cloudy. And then if you're for your nightlife forecast, pre-banding at 68 degrees, that's going to be earlier on in the afternoon, and then getting in line, going to be 59 degrees. And then once you get inside, still going to be fairly cool at 58 degrees. So planning on having a night out on the town, it can be fairly comfortable, but make sure to dress accordingly. And then for our motorcycle forecast, Saturday morning going to be 63 degrees, mostly clear, winds very calm, so it's going to be a great day to take out your motorcycle if you have one. Great morning to do that. And Sunday morning going to be very cool for Tallahassee, 50 degrees and sunny if you're going out Sunday morning. And then if you're heading to the North Florida Fair, fairly good conditions as well. Not really going to see much rain after you get past Friday. Saturday and Sunday going to be in the 60s, and then getting into the evening hours, going to be 66 degrees at 5 p.m. on Saturday and 70 degrees at 5 p.m. on Sunday. So a great weekend to head to the fair. And then for the next 3 days, going to see those temperatures start to drop. Saturday, 66 degrees. Sunday, we're going to get back up to that high of 73 degrees, though. Now I'm going to pass things off to Hayden with a look of all of Florida.
Yeah, exactly. So we've been talking about the Tallahassee region. Let's go talk about the great sunshine and citrus state that we are. So currently 73 Tallahassee, but the warmest spot on the map right now is Fort Myers at 84. So you kind of see that South Florida heat really kicking in there. Miami, always a steamy 82. You can always count on that. And then somewhere up in Gainesville, somewhere in between as we expect at 76 degrees. And so looking into our dew points, it is pretty muggy throughout the entire state. For instance, Pensacola 74, northwest corner, southeast corner, Key West 74. And so overall, the whole state is humid. It is soaked in moisture. And then this is partly due to that cold front. So ahead this counter for the clockwise rotation, there is moisture coming into the south. And then ahead this cold front with the southerly flow, you see all this rain, but out ahead of it in Florida, it is steamy. We don't see this. We don't see a cold front out there, but it is coming, at least for north of I-4 as the usual. And so like I said, you can see in Tallahassee, you can see some of those light showers, getting a little bit heavier towards Pensacola. But for the rest of the state, some spotty showers out behind my name down here. But overall, it is pretty good in the region. So let's take a look out here. And see in the Gulf of Mexico, nothing to worry about, no cyclones. But over the state where we do care about, there are some light showers, especially out by 95, and a little bit out by the Arcadia region near my hometown, Northport, Florida. And so zooming in towards the Gainesville, Daytona Beach region, once again, maybe a couple of showers, but overall nothing that's going to ruin your weekend plans. And then zooming out into a more active area by the cold front, there are some Scottish showers, especially out as you head up into Georgia and Alabama. And so taking a look into the future cast, you can really see those thunderstorms in that cold front drape down into the Nature Coast and by the I-4 corridor, maybe bringing a messy Friday commute that we don't want to see. But as we said, this is a good thing. Tallahassee's in a drought and it is slowly lowering. No more red colors that we're used to seeing. And so for Miami, throughout the weekend, 80 degrees, muggy, thunderstorms, nothing new there. Tampa, 77, a little bit cooler on Saturday, and less rain chances as the cold front seeps through. And Orlando, same story, a little bit cooler after that rain on Friday and drier. And then so as we head to the Panhandle, Jacksonville noticeably cooler at 67. That cold front really having the effects. And look at Pensacola, 63. They're clearing up to the weekend, just a beautiful fall weekend into the region. So for tonight, expect 46 and 45 as that cold front moves into the region. Expect lower 70s and upper 70s down by the Keys, now warm Gulf. And then for tomorrow's forecast, expect 89 Miami, and then cooler up in the 60s into the Panhandle. So now we're going to bring it off to Tyler.
Thank you, Hayden. We're going to take a look at our third and final local look of the evening. Here's our weather stem camera looking over Doak Campbell Stadium. Cloudy night, but still a great night, not raining, so you can't really complain too much about tonight. And then currently 73 degrees, mostly cloudy. You can see, even though it's dark, you can see those clouds in the background over Doak Campbell, but the winds are calm. I was walking here about an hour and a half ago, and it was very comfortable outside despite it still being sunny. So tonight is a great night to go out before the rain and all the showers start to move through Tallahassee. Right now, the radar not showing any of that. Currently, to our west towards Mariana, we're starting to see some rain. We're going to start to see more of that rain build up over time. And zooming out, we can see why that is. It's because of this cold front situated over here, moving into the southeast. Atlanta seeing some rain right now, and northern parts of Alabama as the front continues to approach. There's a more, here's a better look at that cold front right here as it continues to push towards us. And then for our temperatures for the Big Bend region, Tallahassee 73 degrees right now, Quincy's at 72, Bainbridge is at 70. Really not much of a difference between any of the cities here. We're all sitting in the lower 70s, getting up to the mid 70s for the high temperatures right now. But our dew point's still fairly muggy right now. It still feels comfortable outside, but it could feel a little bit more comfortable if those dew points went down. Quincy's all the way at 70, Tallahassee's at 67. Expect those to start to drop as we get into tomorrow. But for tonight, Tallahassee's going to get down to 46 degrees. Monticello's getting down to 43, and then Thomasville, very close to those 30s, but not quite. Their low temperature for tonight is going to be 40 degrees. And then moving into tomorrow, Tallahassee with that high of 69. Monticello is going to have a high of 68. And moving towards the coast, Apalachicola is going to have a high of 71, although I don't know if we're going to see much sunshine as it shows right there in the graphic. And then for day planner for tomorrow, not going to get much higher than 68 degrees, although the high is 69. Might get a little bit higher than that, but that's about it. Cloudy conditions going to stick around. And then for the 7-day forecast, see those temperatures drop throughout the weekend. Very comfortable lows. Low of 46 on Saturday and 48 on Sunday. And then moving into Veterans Day, high of 77, 30% chance of rain, and a low of 53 degrees. So looking like a beautiful Veterans Day as long as we don't see too much rain move through there. But now I'm going to pass things off to Hayden and Lindsay to close out the show for us.
Yes, as Tyler said, Veterans Day is looking very good. 77, 53, it's going to be a beautiful fall. But before that, we've got to get through this weekend. And so I'd say it's going to be transitionary because as we get into the weekend, it's going to be warm, and then it's going to get cooler behind that cold front.
Absolutely. So we do have this cold front passing through. As you can see, Friday it is going to be 70 degrees with a slight chance of rain. However, that's not necessarily positive that that could happen. Tomorrow, Saturday, we will be seeing 66 degrees, so that cold front will be passing through, giving us those cooler conditions, as you can see by our low of 46, which is not something that we have seen regularly this year.
No, like it's in October, in beginning of October, it was like 97 out there. I felt like I was going to die from heat.
Yeah, it was hot.
But this weekend, we shouldn't have to worry about that. I mean, Saturday, 66, low of 46, and that is if you like cold air. Like, it just doesn't get any better than that.
Absolutely, and with that cold front passing through, it will give us the opportunity to have a great long weekend ahead.
Yeah, especially with that Veterans Day forecast. I know a lot of students may be going out about town, maybe do some physical activity. It is looking great. As I said, if you are going out tonight, it is important to know Thursday into Friday morning, there will be some precipitation, but it looks like it'll be mostly out of it.
So you can follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/FSU weather for more updates.
And like us on Facebook at FSU.com, FSU weather.
Make sure to watch us live on YouTube at youtube.com/FSU weather.
And make sure you follow us on Instagram at FSU weather. I'm student meteorologist Zane Wilder.
And I'm student meteorologist Lindsay Parmet, and have a great night, Tallahassee.